students. I welcome you on behalf of Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Online Education. Myself, Vishali Na. So students, today we are going to learn geography. But before starting the lesson, I just want to discuss something with you. Okay, we will discuss something. And if you are agree with me, you will show thumbs up. Okay, and if you want to ask something, some questions to me, you will just raise your hands and sir will unmute you. Then you can ask me whatever you want. Okay, so we will discuss that. See, here are some types of material I'm showing over here. Some rocks, sand, soils. There are so many things. I just want to ask that, have you visited any construction site? Construction site means what? Where the buildings are being constructed, where the houses or roads are being constructed. Have you visited? Have you visited this place? Show thumbs up if you are yes or no. You can tell me by showing thumbs up. Have you visited? Yeah, when we visit at this construction site, what we see here, we can see this type of materials, right? We can see bricks, then basalt stones, then also we can see sand, marbles, granites, limestones. Then again we can see there iron rods are available over there, cements are there, right? So many types of material we are seeing on the construction site. And today our lesson is somewhat related with this only. See, these all material is related with this. There are so many rocks, a type of rocks present on the construction site. So today we are going to learn the lesson rocks and rocks types. Okay, rocks and rock types is our lesson number 7, rocks and rock types. So we will learn detail about rocks, what are rocks and what are the types of rocks, how rocks are formed, we will see in this lesson. So before starting the lesson, we have to see the objectives, what we will learn at the end of the lesson. So objectives for today's lessons are, we are going to learn fossils, types of rocks. So types of rocks are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So let us start our lesson. So our first topic today is fossil. Now what are fossil? What is fossil? The word fossil comes from the Latin word fossus. It means having been dug up. Dug up matlab which is dig into the mud or in the land. Fossil means which is dug into the land. Fossils are preserves of remains of organisms or ancient life. So it is the preserve of remain of organism or ancient life. Means there are different types of organisms in the ancient life. With the help of fossils, we can get to know that which were these organisms, which were these animals or birds. So with the help of fossils, we can get knowledge of that animals or organisms. See in this picture, you will see fossil of starfish, then fossil of dinosaur. Now, fossilization is a process where the remains become fossils, which is very, very rare because most of organisms decompose after they are dead. So whenever any organism or any animal, birds, when they die, what happens? They decompose. They decompose totally, not even their bones. We can also not find their bones also, but with the help of fossilization, we can keep this, we can just trace these organisms. The organisms to be fossilized, the remains has to be covered soon by sediments. As we know that these animals get decomposed after they die. So it should not happen. That's why what we have to do, we have to cover these animals with these sediments. Sediments. Now what is sediments? In the last lesson also we have learned what is sediment. So again I will tell you, sediments are the sand or the sea floor or the lava. Okay, so with the help of sand, seafloor, or with the help of lava, these organisms can be fossilized. The buried animals or plants became subject to heavy pressure. As a result, their impression gets marks on the rock. So whenever you will keep something on the rock, if you keep something on rock, what happens? And if you pressurize it, what happens? Its impressions get on the rock, right? So that's why when you're burying these animals now, the buried animals or plants become subject to heavy pressure. Their pressure goes on the rock, and that's why what happens? Their impression gets marked on the rocks. At time, the buried animals or plants get petrified. Now, what is petrified? Petrification means petrous or stone occurs when organic matter gets completely replaced by minerals and the fossil is turned into stone. So whatever fossils are there, what are the organisms or the fossils are there, they turn out into the stone. The study of fossil provides information about life in that period. So why we need to fossilize the organisms or the animals? We need it because we can learn whatever has been, which type of animals were present in the past life. Okay, so for the study of the fossils, you provide information about life in that period. So we get information from that period. Prehistoric examples of fossils are dinosaurs. So, have you seen dinosaur? No, we have not seen it in actual, right? We just know that dinosaurs were there before so many years. Why we get to know these? Because of fossilization. We got the traces of dinosaurs. We got so many traces of different types of dinosaurs. Have you saw Jurassic Park? How many of you saw? Just thumbs up, show thumbs up. How many have saw Jurassic Park movie? In that movie, na, there are so many types of dinosaurs, so many huge dinosaurs, small dinosaurs. Okay, so in the prehistoric, the main example of prehistoric example is dinosaurs. So we are having the fossils of dinosaurs. That's why we are knowing that this type of creature were present on the earth. And you know there are 1,200 types of dinosaurs, and each has unique characteristics. Some dinosaurs are huge, some are small, some are having big like animals, okay, and some are also shown that some are having wings also. Some dinosaurs also have wings. So there are different types of dinosaurs, and near about 1,200 types of dinosaurs are there. We can distinguish these different types of dinosaurs with the help of fossils, and we get to know that there are different types of fossils with the help of what? With the help of fossils. Now see fossils of dinosaurs. Here is a different type of dinosaur. Here see this dinosaur is having a big like a bird, right? So like this, so many types of, see in this picture also you can see different types of dinosaurs. See here is a, this dinosaur is also different. This fish, this is the fossil of a fish. Again you will see here also in this picture also you will see. See here is a fossil of starfish, dinosaur, and so like this, so many fossils are present so that we can differentiate the dinosaurs. So I hope you understood what are fossils and what are the uses of fossils. So our next topic is types of rocks. Name of the lesson is rocks and rock types, right? So our first topic is types of rocks, and there are 3 types of rocks. How many types? 3 types of rocks are there. Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks. These are the 3 types of rocks, like igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks. Now, what are these rocks? We'll just learn in detail about this. So, our first rock type is igneous rock, and how this rock is formed we will see. You have to observe picture also, okay? What your pictures I am showing now, you have to observe it carefully and listen to me. If you are having any question, you can ask me. So, how this igneous rock is formed? See in the first picture, you will see crust. So earlier we have learned about the earth crust. We have learned that there are so many spheres of the earth: atmosphere, biosphere, lithosphere, exosphere. So these are the spheres of earth. And today we are going to learn about rocks, means related to the lithosphere, related to the land. And we already also we have learned that there are so many layers of land. So whatever we are seeing the ground, that is not the same layer. Under the ground, there are so many layers of the land. So the earth crust is made up of different types of rocks. See in this first picture, you will see the earth crust. And here is earth, and inside the earth, there are so many layers, and you will see crust over there. So the earth crust is made up of different types of rocks. There are different types of rock present in the earth crust. The rock which make up the maximum volume are called as igneous rocks. In the second picture, you will see in this second picture, the red color portion, blue color portion, and yellow color portion. The red color is igneous rock, blue color is metamorphic rock, and the yellow color is sedimentary rock. So the portion which has covered maximum volume are called igneous rock. That means indirectly igneous rock has covered maximum portion of the earth's crust. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, which means fire. So igneous is a Latin word and it is derived from the Latin word which is ignis. And the meaning of ignis is fire. Fire means aag. Now how it is prepared? These rocks are, now I told you the meaning of ignis is fire. That means it is related somewhat fire. How it is made? It is really indirectly related with fire. So with the help of fire only it can be made. Okay, we'll see how it is made. So these rocks are associated with volcanic eruptions. They are related with volcanic eruptions. They are formed through volcanic eruptions. So how it is formed? See, formation of igneous rock. In the first picture and second picture, you are seeing different pictures, right? The first picture, you will see something magma. What is magma? The liquid matter coming out from volcano is called magma. Volcano. In the last chapter, oceans and types of importance of ocean, I have some part of volcanic eruptions we have learned, right? So when these volcanoes are formed, some liquid matters come out from it, and that liquid matter is called as magma. That liquid matter is hot and made up of different minerals. So that liquid matter is what? It is very much hot and it is made up of different minerals. So this is magma. And lava, when this magma reaches at the earth's surface, it is called as lava. As I told you, that this magma is in the liquid form. How it is in the liquid form, in the fluid form. That's why when it flows down and it comes on the earth's surface, when it comes on the earth's surface, it is called as lava. So in this way, it is called as lava. Now, the cooling and solidification of lava result in extrusive igneous rock, which also results in volcanic rocks. So due to rapid cooling, their crystals are fine grind. So when this magma or lava comes on the earth's surface, what happens? It cools down. It cools rapidly and it results in the igneous rocks. And how are these rocks? They are crystal and finely grind. Grind मतलब बारीक होता है. These crystals, their crystals are fine grind. Okay, so in this way, the igneous rock is being formed. Now, some of the magma can't come out and settles inside the surface. Now in this second picture you will see this lava. When the lava come out, see this red portion you will see like tree, na? That is what lava, magma. So when this magma can't come out now, so what happens? It settles inside the surface only, and the magma cools slowly beneath the earth's surface as it completely surrounded by the soil and rock. So this magma cools down inside, and it is always covered by the rocks and soils. So when this cool downs, the cooling and solidification of rock result in forming rock of large crystal known as intrusive igneous rocks. So when this magma cools down and it result into the large crystal, and these large crystals are known as intrusive igneous rocks. So these are the types of igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks. Igneous rock are of two types: extrusive igneous rock and intrusive igneous rock. So which are the types of igneous rock? Extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rock we saw na how it is formed when the magma can't come out, so it gets covered by the soil and the rocks, and when it cools down, it converts into a rock. These rocks are first to be formed and also called as primary rocks. So that's why this igneous rock is also called as primary rocks. Okay. Now, what are the uses of this extrusive igneous rock and intrusive igneous rocks? We will say uses. So, types igneous rock is used for pumice. It is a lightweight concrete. What is made from igneous rock? Pumice is a kind of stone, and it is used for concrete, and it is very much lightweight. It is not heavy, it is very much lightweight. And also it is used for obsidian. It is also used for ornaments. So in intrusive igneous rocks, there are two kinds of rocks, pumice and obsidian. Pumice is used for concrete and obsidian is used for making ornaments. Okay. And extrusive igneous rocks, what are made from extrusive igneous rocks? Granite and diorite. It is used for building and construction. Now, the second part of the rock is type of rock is sedimentary rocks. Now, what are sedimentary rocks? So, for learning that, we will see sandstone. So, what is sandstone? Sandstone is a sedimentary rock. So, sandstone is a sedimentary rock. The grains in sandstone can be minerals, organic matter or grain of sand. These material are usually transported through weathering of the rocks. So, because of the process called weathering, sandstone is the most common type of rock. Weathering means what? Because of this process, what happened? It is very much common type of rock. You can find anywhere. It is the world's most of sandstone contain these two type minerals. So this sandstone is found anywhere in the world. It is a common mineral which is found on the earth. It is very much common mineral. It can find anywhere on the earth's surface. Sandstone can be in any color, and there are different colors of sandstone, and all the colors are common like brown, yellow, red, pink, gray, white and black. These are the colors in which sandstone can be found. Sandstone are used for different purposes. They are divided into two major categories. One is crust stone and second is dimension stone. See, you will see in this picture crust stone and dimension stones. Crust stone is used for constructing roadways. So for what purpose crust stone is used? It is used for constructing the roadways and roads, and also for bridges, buildings, for constructing bridge and buildings, commercial buildings. And dimensional stone is used, but it is cut in specific size And like blocks and slabs are used for flooring and block for roads. Okay? So these are sandstones. So we will see the example of sandstone. Can you say this? Yes, this is Red Fort. Exactly, it is a Red Fort. The Red Fort was built by Ustad Ahmad Lahori. This fort is made by red sandstone, and Red Fort is built at Delhi. Where is this Red Fort? It is built at Delhi, and this fort is made up by, is built by Ustad Ahmad Lahori. And that fort is made up of red sandstone. See here in this picture, you will see different types of sandstones are there, right? So the Dholpur red sandstone is also called as Agra red stone. Now this red fort is made up from the red sand, and this red sand is red sandstone is specially found in Agra. Yes, Agra, which is famous for Taj Mahal. That's why this type of soil is found in Agra. So it is also called as the Dholpur red sandstone and Agra red stone. Red sandstone gets the red color due to iron oxide in it. Why it is red in color? Because it contains iron oxides in it. Red sandstone is a type of sedimentary rock. I told you that this is a type of sedimentary rock. In the medieval period, this red sand was used to build temples, forts, and walls. So different types of temples, forts, and walls were built with the help of red sands. Near Jaipur city in Rajasthan, red sandstone is found. Sandstone is relatively soft. It is easy to carve on it. So it is very much easy to carve on it. Why? Because it is very much soft, and that's why only different types of temples and forts and walls were being made with the help of red sandstone. India is one of the country which transports sandstones of different color, and among many countries, India is the one of the country which transport more amount of sandstones of different colors. I told you, there are different colors of sandstone: gray color, red color, pink color. Okay. Now we will see the next topic, the next type of rock, that is metamorphic rocks. Now what are metamorphic rocks? Metamorphic means transformation. Transformation means changing. The meaning of metamorphic is change. Metamorphic refers to the transformation or change. These rocks are formed when they come in contact with high heat and pressure. And as I told you, metamorphic means change. And you can relate this rock. I will tell you one example. As the caterpillar changes into butterfly. Have you saw the life circle of the butterfly? It changes from changes from caterpillar to butterfly. In the same way, metamorphic also changes. Okay, that's why it refers to the formation or change. However, this word metamorphosis means change from one thing to another. One thing to another. It changes from one thing to another. However, metamorphosis can also occur in rocks, hence giving it a new type. We have a new type of rock created or formed. I already told you that the rock is changing. It changes. So the same thing happened with the butterfly. This also happens with the rock, and that's why this type of rock is called as metamorphic rock. Volcanic activity and other earth movements constantly take place on earth. While these movements occur, the igneous and sedimentary in this region. So because of volcanic and other activities, what happens? The movement of the earth, while this movement occurs, there are different types of igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks are being found. So To the tremendous and large amount of pressure and heat, this leads to change in nature as well as chemical composition of the original rock. So as the volcanic eruptions occur, it is so much heat, there is so much heat, and because of the tremendous heat, what happens? Because of different chemical, I told you that there in the magma different minerals are present. So because of the different minerals and chemicals, what happens? The rocks also changes its color or texture. Crystal in original rocks get recrystallized. That means the rock get metamorphosed. So the different crystals or rocks which are present, they recrystallize, and that only we called as metamorphosis. For example of metamorphic rocks are diamonds, marble, then slate, quartz. These rocks are hard and heavy, and they changes their texture. See here metamorphic rocks, you will see diamond, slate, marble and quartzite. So these are the metamorphic rocks. So now we will see how this diamond is formed. How the diamond is formed. The formation of natural diamond requires very high temperature. So you know now where the diamonds are found? In the coal mine, right? So finding the diamond, we have to dig up the land in the coal mine. We find out this diamonds, and where it is found, that to make the diamond, it needs very high temperature or heat or pressure to take the shape. So for taking shape of the diamond, it needs high temperature or high pressure. Hence, coal is sedimentary rock which undergoes the formation for diamonds. So we know that coal is a sedimentary rock and it undergoes the formation of diamonds. Now what is the second picture? That is slate. How it is formed? It is a fine grain metamorphic rocks. Fine grain means it is very much in small granule, like a small granule, and it is also a kind of metamorphic rock which is created by shell or stones. Which is slate is created by the shells or stones. It is popular for uses like roofing, flooring, etc. For the when we are constructing our house and when we are building houses or buildings, that time this type of slate material is used for roofing or flooring, for making the floors. It is durable and attractive. So these slates are durable, it goes for longer time and it is quite attractive also. Now the second is marble. Have you seen marbles? There are so many marble types, so many things are made by marbles. You know, many attractive things or decorative things are being made with the help of marbles. So this marble is also a metamorphic rock. It is also a metamorphic rock. When limestone is composed to high temperature, marble forms under these conditions. It is made by the limestone. When this limestone goes under different conditions, so marbles are formed. And the last form of metamorphic rock is quartzite. It is a metamorphic rock. It forms when sandstones altered by heat and pressure, and there is activity of metamorphosis. Okay, so when sandstone is getting more heat, it converts into quartzite. So these are all the types of metamorphic rocks. Okay, so we have learned 3 types of rocks, that is igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphosis rock. Now we will see here are different types of rocks in this picture, and the name of that original rock is also given here, photograph. And when it is metamorphosed, as I told you that metamorphosis means change. When it undergoes various processes, it changes its actual color. So, and that's why we call it as metamorphosed rock. And the changed photograph means after a process of metamorphose, second pictures are given here. So first we will see granite, the original color of original photograph of granite. See in this first line, you will see here. It is little bit brownish. That is granite. And after the process of metamorphosis, it looks, see, like this gray and white thing you will see here, this type of rock. So after metamorphosis process, this type of rocks are formed. Then basalt rock, it is an igneous type of rock, and after metamorphosis process, you will see like this, amphibolite. It is called as amphibolite after metamorphosis process, and it changes its color after this process. Then limestone is also a sedimentary rocks. I told you, marbles are made from limestones. So actually, it looks like this before metamorphosis process, and it is a sedimentary type of rock. And after metamorphosis process, it looks like this, or in the white color also. It is in the pure white color also, right? So these are marbles. Firstly, it is called as limestone. After metamorphosis process, it is called as marble. Then coal, you will see, coal is a sedimentary rocks, and we have after metamorphosis process, diamond. Okay, diamond we all know. Then secondly, we will see sandstone. Sandstone is a sedimentary rock, and after metamorphosis process of metamorphosis, it is quartzite. And the last we will see shale. It is also a type of sedimentary rock, and it converts into slate. So these are all the metamorphosed rock. Okay, granite, basalt, limestone, coal, sandstone, and shales. Now see Taj Mahal. I hope many of you have saw Taj Mahal, or in the television, in the photographs, in the mobile. You have seen Taj Mahal, right? So it's white in color. So Taj Mahal is made up of ivory white marble built at the bank of the river Yamuna. So this Taj Mahal is built at the bank of the river Yamuna in the Indian city at Agra. And where is this Taj Mahal? At Agra. And who has built this Taj Mahal? Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan has made this Taj Mahal. So the marble is usually ripe colored rock. When it is formed by limestone, it has very few impurities. That's why it is white in color. Okay. So when it is formed by limestone, and when it is forming, it is having very much less impurities. And when it has less impurities, that color is white. See here in the same picture, you will see at the downside white marble is in there. This is white marble, and the Taj Mahal is made with the help of white marbles. Okay, you will see here picture Beda Ghat Gorge Narrow Valley. It is also called as Narrow Valley. So river Narmada basically starts at Amarkantak Plateau. So this is near river Narmada, and it starts at Amarkantak Plateau near Anuppur district in Madhya Pradesh. It basically divides into north and south boundaries. So this river basically divides north and south boundaries, and it flows towards the west. Before draining in the Arabian Sea, one revises river Narmada through Beda Ghat Gorge. So this river Narmada goes through the Beda Ghat Gorge. See here you will see Beda Ghat Gorge. You will see something different. This rocks present in this Beda Ghat Gorge is something different, whitish color. It is in whitish color. So this Beda Ghat Gorge or narrow valleys between hills or mountains. It is between the hills or mountains, typically with steep rocky walls. So the walls of these mountains are steep and rocky. It is with steep rocky walls. The river has cut its course through marble rocks, and this rock is marble rock. At night and evening, this riverside enchants a beautiful scene. At the night period, this riverside is beautiful. Why? Because these rocks are marble, and when these marbles will shine, obviously it will look beautiful, right? So these are also the metamorphic rocks. Now all of you will see your textbook page number 43 and figure 7.2. Here, distribution of major rocks are given from the Maharashtra state. We are living Maharashtra state, right? So we will see the distribution of major rocks from the Maharashtra state. Now see here, in the right hand corner, you will see the index, and in this index, you will see different types of rocks, that is basalt rock, granite, laterite in red color, or yellow color, you will see sedimentary rocks. So these are the different types of rocks, and at which place this type of rocks are found, you can see here. In this map, you will find over here. Okay, colors are there and you have to find out. Now, let's see what we have learned this lesson today. Today we have learned fossils, means how what are fossils and how they are formed. We have learned this, right? Formation of fossils, why it is necessary to fossilize the organisms. We fossilize it, that's because in the period we can learn about it. Okay, in the future we can learn about it. That's why fossilization process is being done. Again, we have learned the types of rocks also, and there are 3 types of rocks, that are igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, and sedimentary rocks. We also learned sandstone. About the sandstone also we have learned, and in detail we have learned about igneous rocks and how igneous rocks are formed. It is formed through the volcano, and when this magma reaches the earth's surface, it cools down and it's converted into the igneous rocks. Secondly, we have learned metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks means the rocks which changes from actual position to the another one. And we saw different types of examples of metamorphics, that are diamonds, marbles. These are the examples of metamorphic rocks. Then again, we saw sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are the rocks which are mostly red in color, pink in color, gray, yellow, and they are soft rocks. Okay, and that's why sedimentary rocks are used for making temples and different forts, right? So this is all we have learned in today's lesson. And for you, assignment for today is, what you have to do, you have to collect rock specimens from your surrounding. So you will see in your surrounding now, you will see different types of rocks are present, or you can also visit a construction site. There also you will find different types of rocks. You have to collect that and classify them in types of rocks. As I have told you, igneous rock, metamorphic rocks, and sedimentary rocks. So these are the 3 types of rocks, and you will just categorize that which rock is in which type of category. So you have to categorize that, and you have to keep a note of the place where you have collected them. Means from whenever you have brought it from the construction site, from the garden, or from your near about places, you have to write it, you have to note down it. Okay, and you have to show it to your teacher when your school will start now, or you can also tell them whenever you are joining the meeting, or you can show me in the next lecture also. Okay, so this is your assignment for today, and also you have to find out the answers of the questions given in your exercise. Okay, hope you all understood the lesson. Bye all of you, take care. Thank you.